the age-old question of owning versus renting your commercial space. And I thought I'd give some opinion here on which is better or which is worse. And this doesn't just apply to commercial financing. This could also apply to owning your own home. But one of the things to do, or a couple things to consider, take a look at currently what you're paying for a lease. If you're renting your space or you're renting your home, take a look at what the cost of renting is. And then if you're a business, take a look at your business plan and see what are the next, I don't know, maybe 5 or 7 years look like. And if they look good, if they look like, we think business is going to be fairly stable, even if the economy bounces a little bit, we still think we can hold the line. Take a look at your business. If you think your business might grow, buying might make sense. If you think your business is going to be fluid and you can't really get a sense of how big you're going to be, how many people, how much space you're going to need, then leasing might make sense. Really, this is an exercise, though, in understanding I'm going to be spending money for the next several years. What's the best way to spend it? Do I spend it on building equity into an asset? And is the cost of interest exceeding the increase in value? Or if I'm going to spend this amount of cash, am I just better off to use the space, i.e. lease it or rent it, because we're just uncertain about what our world is going to look like, and so it's probably easier to do that. So the question is really one of what's the best use for the cash I inevitably have to spend, and what is the result that I'm hoping for at the end of the day? And that's usually a good place to figure out, should I rent or should I buy? For most business owners who are on the other side of their career, they've built a business, they've done fairly well, they start considering things like, well, instead of, as I leave the business, as I exit the business, I don't want to just take all the cash out through a dividend to finance my retirement, but maybe if I know I'm going to be retiring or exiting the business in the next 5 or 10 years, maybe the business could buy a piece of real estate today, and then as life goes on, instead of making lease payments, the business can just start giving me the lease payment. So I'll own the building, I'll lease it back to the business, and then as I hit retirement, instead of taking net income out of the business, I can just take the lease revenue and have that finance my retirement. So that's sort of one strategy or one example that helps you consider, should I rent or should I own my commercial space? And again, it's an exercise in, if I have to spend the money, what's the best way to spend it and what result do I want to see out of it? And if you want to see what financing might look like in that context, if you're looking to buy a space, I'd encourage you to visit emilynow.ca.